guys, and welcome to this week's Coffee and Hero Show. We're going to be taking you through the new releases that have come in this week, new into the store. Some are older titles being restocked, some are brand new releases this week, some are with upcoming events in mind. Whatever could I mean? That'll be announced later in the week. So yeah, just to take you through some of the new graphic novels, sort of special editions, bits and pieces coming into the stores. So first of all, we're kicking things off with an older title. This is called Savage Town. This is one written by Philip Barrett and art by Declan Shalvey, Jordi Belair on colours as well. We always get asked all the time about titles either set locally or set in Ireland, that kind of thing. This one's actually set in Limerick City, and it's a crime drama. As I say, Declan Shalvey, of course, very well known through Injection, All-Star, Batman, Moon Knight, all manner of things. And Philip Barrett, who had written one called Where's Larry as well. So it's supposed to be a really great title. I haven't personally read it, but I'm going to be jumping into it because it has a little blurb at the top saying Savage Town features the kind of writing and art that'll have you devouring the whole thing in one sitting. If you like seeing comics realising their potential, or if you just like a damn good story, this one's so far up your street it's parked outside your house. For the one only Garth Ennis, so highly recommended right there. Speaking of Declan Shalvey, we got restocks in this week of Time Before Time. This sold out last week pretty quickly. This, of course, is the time travel title that he's working on at the moment. It's Declan Shalvey and Roy McConville on writing, with Joe Palmer doing the art. And again, sold out really quickly last week, but back in stock this week. Got a big bad boy next for you. This is a rather beautiful, luxurious edition for all you Hellboy fans. This is a slipcase edition collection of all the Hellboy volumes. So you've got Hellboy Seed of Destruction, Hellboy Strange Places, Hellboy The Wild Hunt, and Hellboy in Hell. So pretty definitive right there. Beautiful, gorgeous new slipcase. New art by Mike Mignola, front and back as well. So that's a luxury item, very much so, but something for the Hellboy fan in your life. I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, I think, about Year Zero, one of my favorite AWA titles. So back in stock again this week, both volumes. Again, we sold out of them pretty quickly. Again, obviously being in the Halloween season, and again, they're just really, really good titles. Next up is Homesick Pilots. This has been a pretty great series so far, sort of sci-fi horror about a living, breathing haunted house. This has been great. Yeah, it's on to its second arc now in the single issues, but only one volume available so far. Pardon me, in terms of trade paperback. But again, it's not one of those Image ones. £9 for the first story arc, and this is issues 1 to 5 as well. So, blurbs on the back from Scott Snyder, Kieran Gillen, James Tynion IV. So held in very, very high regard. Speaking of being held in very high regard, this is a title we love. This is Chariot, another AWA Studios title. This one is pretty much, Knight Rider, Drive, The Matrix, all thrown into one stirring pot. And nothing but greatness comes out the other side. It was a 5-issue miniseries, and the best part about it is that it's subtitled Volume 1, so there's going to be more Chariot. Great title, and again falls under that AWA price point of £9. Next up, we have the second volume of Tom Taylor and Daniel Dina excellent 7 Secrets. So Volume 2, this is covering issues 7 to 12. Massive revelations in those ones. I mean, this is a title I bang on about all the time in single issue form. We do have the first trade in stock as well, and now the second trade as well if you're playing catch up. But brilliant stuff from Tom Taylor, up there with Boom's best titles, and arguably Boom's best title if you ask me. Next up we have Bitter Root. So this has been a multi-Eisner Award winning series, and this is now up as far as Volume 3. Not one that I've personally read myself, so I can't speak an awful lot about it, but there are a couple of regulars who are on that who absolutely adore it and tell me great things, so I must tuck into it at some point. Next up, another AWA volume and another AWA volume 2. So it kind of shows how well that they're putting out the titles. There was one called The Resistance, and this is the follow-up title, which is The Resistance Uprising. So again, J. Michael Straczynski on this one, C.P. Smith on art as opposed to Mike Deodato, who did the first arc. But again, this is covering your issues 1 to 6, and this is the complete second arc. Pardon me. Next up, we have a title I bang on about quite a bit called Scumbag. This is from Rick Remender. Got a couple of different artists on this one, but this is just great. It's all about the fate of the universe falling to the absolute worst possible person, and that person taking full advantage of the, let's just say, of what's expected of him. Very much an adult title, is all I'll say. Not one for younger readers, but actually has some pretty great satire and some pretty, searing things to say about, the current world and certainly about the American government. Really, really good, that. Next up, we Fear Case. This is one I've talked about before as well. Matt Kent. and Tyler and Hilary Jenkins on art. This is all to do with this sort of haunted briefcase, if you will. It's passed on to FBI agents down through the years, but no one's ever figured out what it was. Really, really enjoyed that. Very different than most things that are out there. And then two brilliant ones to finish with. First of all, I'm so pleased that this is in this week. A Reckless book, Destroy All Monsters. So I've talked before about Brubaker and Phillips many times. These guys are absolute master craftsmen, top of their game. Criminal, Fatale, Fade Out, Pulp. My heroes have always been Junkies. And they're one of the few creative teams out there that I think could go to Image Comics and say, we're not interested in releasing single issues, but we're going to give you a premium hardcover graphic novel, 120 pager every 4 months. And Image just went, no problem. This is the third volume. We've got the first 2 volumes in stock as well. But this is just, again, master storytelling. Some of the best stuff around at the moment. This is the kind of series that you hand to someone who doesn't know anything about comics or has never been into comics or thinks that they're all just superheroes. This is the kind of thing you hand them. This is storytelling of the highest order, whether it's comics, prose, movies, anything. Fantastic stuff. Cannot recommend highly enough, as you can tell. And then a nice big volume just to finish off with this week. We have Paper Girls, The Complete Story. So Paper Girls recently signed for a TV show, I believe. Brad K. Vaughan on writing, Cliff Chang on art. This is the complete compendium. So essentially, Image have always been great at these compendiums, putting together sort of anywhere between 35 to 50 issues, whether it's Walking Dead, whether it's Invincible. Paper Girls was the next one to get this treatment, and it's around the 45 quid mark, but you're getting the entire thing for that. That's all 30 issues. It's won Eisner Awards. It's multi-award winning. If you have someone in your life who loves Stranger Things, for example, this is very much a similar tone. Set in the 80s, technology arrives beyond their understanding, but instead of for young boys, it's for young girls who share a paper round and are best friends. So really, really good stuff there. So they're all brand new in this week, going on to the shelves for a new release day, which is the 27th, of course, of October. So anything as ever catches your eye, drop us a message. Everything will be out on the shelves, ready to go tomorrow. So I look forward to seeing you guys in store. Hope this proved useful as always. Hope you're staying safe out there, and take it easy.